Alright, so since this fucking piece of shit can't even have the decency to show y'all this post in your feed to let you know that I fucking posted the goddamn thing, let me just do a video. I mean, I must have posted this shit. I can't even remember. I must have posted this 3 weeks ago. Not a single vote on the shit, maybe one comment. That's about it. Let me see if the comment. Look, it says one comment, but of course you see nothing. And on this fucking piece of shit platform, I have to click these fucking icon in the upper right and then click newest first just to see what he's saying. Because see, the algorithm on this piece of shit has grown advanced to where if you try to say a word and fill in certain letters with asterisk or put space in it or periods or spell it backwards, the algorithm can flip the word around, or it can substitute asterisks, underscores, dollar signs, pound signs, spaces, periods, and other fuck shit in order to try to figure out what you're saying, because it's that fucking serious. Okay? So what Clack says, this faggot platform is beyond ridiculous at this point. It's nothing like it was in 2006 to 2008. That's absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, the last decent day of this platform without all this bullshit, as far as I'm concerned, the last decent year was like maybe 2011, 2012. That was it. It's just gotten worse and worse. And it seems like the more we talk about how bad it is, the more that they go hard exponentially on how fucked up a platform is. And if you think the video censorship is bad, wait till you see what they do with the comments. People that have been watching my channel for a while know that I have done more videos than I can count over just the last couple of years alone on how fucked up this comment section is. So here's the same thing with the post. If they don't like what you're saying on one of your community posts, they fuck you off, right? So they fucked off this post. Now, what does it mean when YouTube fucks off a post or fucks off your comment? Because I'm always talking about how they fuck off things. When I say YouTube fucked off your comment, I often type this in response to people in random comment sections that I'm reading when I realize their comment got fucked off. When they fuck off your comment, what that means is that you type the comment, it appears like to you as it posted okay, but it really didn't. When in reality, YouTube has either hidden the comment, requiring people to come to the comment section to sort comments by newest in order to see it. They have buried your comment by pushing it all the way to the bottom beneath comments that are years older than yours, or they have deleted it behind your back or some other nonsense. That's what I call fucking off your comment. So here we go right here, this post that they're trying to hide from a lot of people, okay? Because they don't like what I'm saying. I'm telling the truth. So here the fuck we go. Here it is. You wanted it. Here it comes. So I said I wasn't lying when I said that every time I gain 1 or 2 subscribers, YouTube takes away 1 or 2 subscribers after I gain 1 or 2. That's what I meant to say. I have been stuck at around 851 subscribers for the last 2 years. YouTube is a dead platform. If I have 249,994 views for the lifetime of my channel, and that's only counting that I have been, the channel says it's probably like since 2013 or something, but I've only been uploading videos to this particular channel since 2017. So that means in the last 7 years, I've gained that many views in the last 7 years of uploading. Yet I asked, if I've got this many views for the lifetime of my channel, as long as I've been uploading the videos, why do I only have 851 subscribers? About 250,000 views, but only 851 subscribers. Does this make sense to you? Does this make sense to you? So I said they have been slowing down my channel subscriber count for the last 5 years. But I have maxed out at 851 subscribers, or 854, basically. A drag queen that is teaching men how to look like women gets 25 million subscribers, but I'm stuck at 851 subscribers. Isn't that something? Ain't that something? This is why I will never upload to YouTube ever again. I am currently experimenting with and trying to find another platform. And so here's what they don't want you to see. Okay. I conclude a couple of pictures here. When I say every time I gain 1 or 2, they take away 1 or 2, I want you to look at this fucking, this little graph or whatever. You see, starting from left to right. Okay. You see how the number goes from -1 to 0, and then it goes back down to -1. Okay. It goes back up to 0 again. And then in the middle, it goes up to 1. And then look what they do towards the right. It goes up, it goes down again, and then it goes up 1. And then all the way on the right, it goes down to -1. Goes up to 0, down to -1, up to 0. So that means what this basically means, because I've seen the pattern that's been going on for the last like 2 years or so, 3 years that they've been doing this to me. 3 years straight they've been doing this. I only have the same people commenting on my channel all the time. The same, like, maybe 8-10 people commenting. And whenever I get a couple of new people commenting every couple of months, they only leave that one comment and I never see them again. Anytime it's somebody new, I never see them again. That's because every time a new person subscribes, a couple of days later, they unsubscribe them behind their backs. For every new sub I get, they immediately unsubscribe them. Okay. So look here. Okay. So the first one was showing 28 days of activity. This one is showing 90 days, 3 months of activity. Look at the graph. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way across of 90 days. Okay. More where that came from. Look at the course of 1 year. This is 1 year. Look at the graph. The number fluctuates between -2 and +2. It doesn't go any further than +2 in subscriber growth. And it doesn't go any lower than -2, but it's mostly +1, -1, +1, -1. You see that all the way across. Okay. And this is for a whole year. Look at the graph. Okay. Look at that. How many channels on YouTube look like this? Okay. 851. So as you see at the top, it says 851 subscribers. Why they keep changing the text and the font so they're harder to read, like the avatars are getting smaller and smaller to where they're unrecognizable, especially in the comments. And then the names are handles now that a lot of them don't make sense. The font is in a gray font that's really thin and hard to read. So the names, the user names on here they're pretty much useless. They don't even matter at this point, and neither does your profile pic. So that's another complaint of mine. But 854 subscribers as of right now. And as you saw in the post 3 weeks ago when I took that screenshot, it said 851. Didn't I tell you between 851 and 854? It's been doing this up and down between those two numbers for the last 2 or 3 years. So you see here, that's 365 days. That's a year of activity like I showed. Okay. 851 subscribers. Okay. Now, here's the amount of views. This is the amount of views. As you can see, this channel has been up for ever since 2013. If you look in the bottom, it says 2013 to now, which is 2024. You can see that there is no view count. It's flat at 0. Views didn't start counting until 2017 when I actually started uploading to this channel videos. And as you can see, the view count has spikes, but there are some high points there, especially right here. And there's the view count in the lower right, 249,994. And then I logged in a couple of days ago and went to the studio page, YouTube Studio on the desktop version on the computer. It's talking about congratulations, you got 250,000 views. But if you won't let me get past 800, imagine seeing that number fluctuate from 851 to 854 for the last 3 years. And I can't even make 900 subs. But a drag queen teaching men how to look like women gets 25 million. This is a shit platform, is exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. It's a fucking shit platform. It's a fucking joke, okay? When you go here on my latest post that talks about primary aggressor laws, I think this is a good one. And of course, one comment, and when they fuck off your comment to where they're hiding it so that you have to sort people have to sort comments by newest to see it. They also don't notify the uploader that you've posted a comment. And if it's a reply that they're hiding, requiring sorting by newest to see the reply when you post your reply to someone else's comment, if they hide your comment, then they also won't notify the person that you're responding to, that you're talking. It's just garbage. So it says 2 comments. I click into here. It says no comments yet. I mean, what the fuck is this? I got to click these 3 bars and say sort by newest. And so here you have the comment by All Might. And look at the avatar pictures now. They're so small that it's fucking insane. It's so small that it's fucking insane, man. This shit don't make no sense. And then the name is all fucked up. You got an underscore. The fucking letters all ran together. And then some people, they don't know how to go and enter the new handle so it'll make sense. Like you see mine is in capital letters, but it's still ran together. You can hardly read the names. The avatars are unrecognizable. The platform is just getting fucking worse and worse. And if you go here, let me see if I can go to the YouTube. Is this thing gonna pause for me? Never mind. I'll just go back here. I was gonna show something about the avatars, but y'all know the avatars are getting smaller and smaller for no fucking reason. Yet these fucking pictures of the video thumbnails and your recommendations are getting huger than your fucking screen, damn near, as everything else is getting smaller. So I said here in the post, I said, the purpose of primary aggressor laws is to discourage men from seeking help when domestic violence is committed against them by women for fear of being arrested. It's doing what it is intended to do, just like the Violence Against Women Act. A man has to prove that a woman was violent towards him in a domestic dispute, and he may still get arrested based on these laws. And I just want to say, as a quick note, a few years ago, people was talking about how they had to make an amendment or something to the Violence Against Women Act to say that domestic violence shelters are no longer allowed to turn away men. Yeah, that's until you found out that there is a loophole that the shelters can use where they can say, well, we don't want to allow men here because the women might get triggered seeing men here. So they can use that loophole in order to turn men away and say they fear that the women might get triggered. So you mean to tell me the maintenance workers and people that do inspections to make sure the shelter's up to par and all that, I guess, and the people that might work as the staff, I guess they trigger the women too. How do I know about this loophole? Not long after they passed this little adjustment. And I can guarantee you that once they pass that so-called amendment or whatever it is, the change they made saying that the shelters can't discriminate against men, I can bet you that there was some memos sent out by those same people to different organizations and shelters telling them how to use this loophole. And it doesn't matter if the man has kids, they will still turn you away with this loophole. See, a woman that claims domestic violence, whether she has kids with her or not, will get referred the same day. Meanwhile, a man has to, wait and see if the people that run the domestic violence shelters in this city has to wait for them to call him back while they place him in a temporary shelter. And then when they call him back, they have to do a telephone interview for 20 minutes to see if he is fit for the people at the shelter, like he's a nigger. How do I know about this process and this loophole? Because it was me that they did that to. That's how I know. And yes, I had kids with me. That's how I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So there's a loophole that they can turn men away with this so-called can't discriminate against men. They absolutely can. And I can bet that if they do let you go into one of their few shelters that they might let you go into, if you qualify to be fit for the people there after a 20-minute phone interview, it's probably going to be some of the worst run or going to be a very shitty floor that they send you to. You're definitely not going to have the access to the good shelter or good floors and rooms that the women have access to. You know they can't let that happen, right? Yeah. So when I tell you I know about certain things, I'm talking from experience. I even have a recording of the phone call where the woman said I had to be fit for the people there But yet women that claim domestic violence and are referred for a domestic violence shelter, they get placed the same night. Isn't that something? I also know of a story where a woman got put out with her kids and sent back to the placement center because the kids was trying to contact the father. So they ransacked the room and accused the woman of having drug paraphernalia in order to kick her out of the domestic violence shelter and send her back to the placement center. But I thought that they cared so much about kids, so why did they do that? You know, I knew this person and her kids personally. Let's just say that. But yeah, the violence against women. Okay, so thank you for listening to that little rant. So I said, just like the Violence Against Women's Act, the primary aggressor laws in some states or cities that may have this is doing exactly what it's intended to do, is to discourage men from reporting domestic violence in order to seek help. A man has to prove that a woman was violent towards him in a domestic dispute, and he may still get arrested based on these laws. Meanwhile, all a woman has to do is just say that there was even a threat of domestic violence. And a woman has to say that there was even a threat of domestic violence, and the man has to pack his shit and just leave from his own house. Then he has to take a plea deal if it's brought to a court case, if he can't prove that he didn't do it. So these times when you hear, oh, a man was admitted to committing rape or admitted to domestic violence, how do you know this man didn't take a plea deal because he couldn't prove that he didn't do it? See, a woman doesn't have to prove anything. It's not like a real crime, like, a real crime or investigation where you have to prove that a robbery or a murder happened, right? Domestic violence, sexual harassment, child molestation, these things don't have to be proven because the man is the one being accused, so he has to prove he didn't do it. This is why when I hear someone say, oh, such and such was convicted of this, he admitted to it. Yeah, I guess you never heard what a plea bargain is, right? So this is why I disregard those type of allegations. So I said the same thing goes with false rape allegations, sexual harassment allegations, and paternity fraud. The woman doesn't have to prove anything. Only a man is required to prove his way out of it. But a man should go to war and possibly get injured or die for this country? No thanks. Not one politician that gets voted into office has ever been willing to do anything for men's rights in order to change these laws. This is why I haven't voted in 20 years and refuse to do so. It's just as simple as that. So I just wanted to read that post in case a lot of y'all are not even getting this in y'all's feed who are subscribed. And like I've said before, even though they fuck with my subscribers and limit me to 851 over the last 3 years because they don't like what I'm talking about this platform, I'll be damned if more than maybe 20 or 30 people get notified when I upload videos, and even lesser when I make a community post. And they want me to, they're talking about, oh, they want you to upload your identification or some other crap in order to get back what used to be basic features. Now they call them advanced, like being able to pin comments and some other crap. And they can go fuck themselves. I'm not doing no such thing. I think me having to pay for the damn service like I'm paying just to be able to not see these annoying ads is enough. While you fucking me on these damn subscribers. I mean, it's basically like a dead goddamn channel. This is why I decided that I wouldn't upload anymore on this one or the second one. Because what's the point? And I was also saying that I was thinking a couple of times over some years about uploading helpful tutorial videos, possibly on this channel or on a new channel I would have started. But I don't see the point. I don't see the point in trying to upload anything useful to such a joke platform. And it's not like the other platforms are any fucking different. All the big platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and like forums like Reddit and Quora, all of these platforms are nothing but a fucking joke. If you try to give anybody any helpful responses, they'll never get notified that you're talking. If you upload content, they'll fuck with the votes, so you can't even see if people are voting. and saying that they find your content helpful, and if you do it on this platform, all to do is bury you in the algorithm and fuck up your subscriber count. It's just a whole fucking joke, man. I'll just keep my useful information and how-to tips and how to repair things to my goddamn self.